Everybody. I am here. Sorry for switching the time up. I was gonna come on and a little bit earlier, but I decided to come on a little bit later because I was like, you know what I do when I'm stressed and anxious and angry or whatever. I exercise. So I got on the treadmill and I got a little bit caught up on that. So here I am now, though. I hope everybody is having a nice Monday morning. It is a beautiful day here, but it is cold. It is much colder than I would like it to be, but it's all good. It's sunny, which is what matters. I hope everybody had a nice weekend. Um, I don't know if I had a nice weekend. I think it was it was an all right weekend. Can't complain. Can't complain. Could be better. Could be a lot worse. So, um, yeah, I didn't really do anything. I hope some of you guys got to do something fun. Hey Donnie, and oh, I let me go back to the chat here. Hello, hi Kellyanne. And I see that some people commented a little bit earlier. Let's see. I always don't know how to say your name. Is it Shalima? Please tell me if I'm butchering that because I don't want to butcher it. I always see it and I'm like, I don't know how to pronounce that. But let me know. Let me know how I'm supposed to pronounce that because I would love to know. Um, but yeah, it is a beautiful Monday here, and I kind of reused an old thumbnail. So this thumbnail was the one that I was going to use when right before everything happened, where you know just everything kind of blew up for me, and it was the one where I was going to come on here and kind of just say what I think about everything. And I'm not quite going to do that today, but I am going to speak my mind. And let me know if my sound goes out because it looks like my internet is being weird. There we go. It shouldn't be like I usually have good internet in here. Oh well. Oh well. So just today I just needed to vent a little bit just because I'm frustrated. And I can imagine a lot of people also are. I mean, there's been some stuff going on. And like I said, guys, the direction I want to take this channel, I'm trying a bunch of different things. So, but I wanted to first kind of touch on the fact that and I appreciate everybody that comes on and supports me, and oh good, okay, as long as everybody can hear me, that is what matters to me. And I appreciate everybody that comes on here and supports me, and I know that people enjoy my content. But what gets really frustrating is that people are always like, and like I said, guys, I appreciate that the people that do, but it's like everybody's always like, don't do drama, keep on doing what you're doing, don't do drama, stay true to yourself, don't do drama. But the problem is that if I don't do drama or I don't do anything like that, then nobody shows up. So it's kind of like a catch-22. So but then I also have like I'm part of this community, and being part of this community means that I'm not exempt to people attacking me for whatever reason. And I do have feelings about it. I'm a human being. So hi Lorianne. So of course I have feelings about it. Of course I don't appreciate people saying things, you know what I mean? So I wanted to address a few things first of all. And I don't even know where to start because there are just so many things that I've kind of wanted to say. And it's like I've kind of been debating because it's kind of a hard decision when things, right? So things about certain people and certain things that you want to call out really badly, but you kind of are contemplating of what good would that really do. And it seems on here that the more lies you tell, like the more people like flock to you or something. I don't get it. So I've been like, you know what, I don't even know if I even want to do it. But all I'm gonna say is just I'm tired of people being fake on here. I really am. There are a lot of people like that. Just know that I'm tired of people using other people, including myself, to try to get a reaction out of people. I'm tired of people making stuff up to try and get me angry. I'm tired of people coming to me trying to get me to do something that they're not going to do, because I'm not going to do any of those things. And then of course they ghost you when you don't do those things, but it's not in my nature, and I don't want to be that person. I don't want to do that. But people still, how do I put this? How do I put this? I think you guys get it. There's a lot of fake people on here. There's a lot of people on here that'll come on here and they'll present themselves a certain way as that they're here for X, Y, or Z. And come to find out later on down the line that they're really how they orchestrate drama is more behind the scenes, like puppet master stuff. And they like to find people that they can, hi, Without Borders, good to see you. And they like to find people that they feel that they can manipulate. And oftentimes those are newer creators. Now, and the problem with that is that it usually works. It usually works. But first of all, this isn't my first social media rodeo. So there was that. And then second of all, though, like I usually can tell when people are trying to do that to me, usually. And and it kind of sucks because like, you hold on to that information and you debate with yourself. You're like, should I say something? Should I not say something? And I'm not quite sure what I want to do with that. I don't want to come on here. My goal is not to come on here and like expose liars. I feel like those people usually expose themselves eventually. I'm counting on it, but you never know, right? You never know. And I've just been, it's like, no matter what I do, somebody has a problem with it. And I get that. There's just a lot of stuff going on. And I'm tired. I'm tired of being lumped in with certain groups. I'm tired of people assuming, like people always assume, right? So everybody thinks that they know everything about everybody. People like to assume that they know all about me. They know what I'm about. They know what my motives are. They know why I'm here. They know everything. And they run with that. Like they know me. Nobody here knows me as like a person aside for a very small handful. And, I like to think that I do present myself as well as I can on here, as I am a genuine person. But there are some people that just like assume all sorts of things. And no matter what you do, you can't fix it. So I wanted to clarify a few things. One of those things I wanted to clarify was some stuff that happened yesterday where I was told that because apparently it is a problem for me to be in certain chats, right? So apparently there are some people that have an issue with that. So we're going to address that too. So here's the thing. Do you like it if people tell you what chats you should and should not go to? Do you like it when people tell you that, you can't be in certain chats? Because I don't think anybody here likes that. Nobody on here wants to be told where to go. And that's me as well. I don't want. Hi, Nicole. Who told your story and journey? Oh, yes. Oh, you didn't know that? Okay. Well, Nicole, we're going to talk about that too. Because I am so done with a lot of stuff. Thank you, Lorianne. And I appreciate that, and I don't want to do drama. I don't. But the problem is that the more that you try to get out of the drama, the more people are going to try to reel you back in by kind of baiting you to, and, this is going to be the one time that I'm going to take that for just this once to get this off my chest. I've been wanting to do this for a while. My stance has kind of changed since the first time because I have had some conversations with some people privately and we've worked some stuff out and come to an understanding of, maybe we miscommunicated and, we don't have to be best friends, but we can kind of move, you know what I mean? So really at this point in time, there's only one person who I have a big issue with, but I don't expect any of you to have an issue with them. But I wanted to clarify that for yesterday, right. So I can imagine that you guys don't like it when people tell you where you can and can't go. I feel the same way. So this is my community before I became a creator, right? Before I became a creator. And I used to go to all sorts of chats. I've been to probably every person who's a creator on here and like at least said hello in their chats at one point in time. Because I like to support people. And if I like the conversation, and especially for me, it's more the people that are in there. But people have a problem with that, right? So every time I go somewhere, there's going to be somebody that has something to say or that they're disappointed. And I hate that word. I'm sorry. I'm like getting worked up here. And right, Without Borders, it is lame. And and I think that goes for all of us. We're all adults, right? So why can't I go to a chat where there are people that I feel supported by? And here's the best example. Actually, what Nicole brought up, the best example of that, guys, is that when all of that happened, when that person, that other creator that I'm not even going to name, because most people should know this or probably do, decided to share my business without, for no reason, out of the blue. You have to look around when things like that happen. Look around the room and see who stands up for you, right? And I noticed that, and it was people. And it was people from a particular community that stood up for me. No one else did. I think the only creator that said something out loud on their channel about that was Granny. And she was the only one who, as far as I know, that night, who said that was messed up. And I appreciate that she did that. When it came to all of the other people that were like so-called friends, I never saw anybody else stand up for me. I saw 2 subscribers that are friends of mine stand up for me, which I appreciate more than anything else in the world. I can fight my own battles, obviously, but when you look around the room and you're like, okay, well, these people are supposed to, you guys expect loyalty from me. Why should I owe loyalty to people who don't do that in return? That doesn't make sense. And I'm not like a vindictive person. I don't care about that stuff. I just don't. And that's not even what I want to do with my channel. I'm doing true crime, right? I'm doing true crime. And I know that there are a lot of people interested in that. So, yeah, right, Abby? I mean, it's the stuff that you hear about yourself is just ridiculous. But, look around at who supports, who's what was the meme? What was the quote? It was like, look who claps when you win. Look who isn't clapping when you win. I'm sorry. And that's really true. And I feel that that's a lot of those things. There's a lot of people that say, I support you. I love your channel. You're great. I love what you're doing on here. And like on the drop of a dime, the minute you do something that, is at all like independent thinking, like compared to like the sides, they freak out. And all of a sudden you're like the worst person on the planet. Right. Who claps when you, okay. Thank you, Without Borders. That's what I thought. Right. And, sometimes it's people who surprise you. It really is. And I remember when I did that chat, right? When I did that chat that night to address it, you want to know who most of the people in that chat were from? They were from Granny's chat, most of them, who came over to support me. And I noticed that. And I was like, okay, well, that's interesting, and I appreciated it. I appreciated every single one of you with that. So I don't know. Yeah, what East Eden, I agree though, because there are some people that I feel like people should know are blatantly lying and blatantly being manipulative and blatantly doing all of these things, right? And I feel like if people don't see it by now, then they probably won't. You're right. And sometimes I think that people, when it comes to their entertainment, like people like that because it's entertaining. Sure, it is entertaining. I'll give you guys that. It is. So but it's frustrating. It's frustrating because that's not what I'm about. And I feel like I have like a lot to offer. And I feel like I'm, trying to do my own thing and I'm trying to do all this stuff and I'm still getting targeted by, and I have a good feeling I know exactly where it's coming from. I do believe I know. And ever since a certain point in time, my videos get mass disliked. My community posts get mass disliked. What else? Just things like that. And that, and that never happened before. I never, ever, ever had that happen until a certain point in the timeline. And I don't think that's coincidental. And I think that's childish. If you don't like me, then just don't watch me. Why go on my channel and do shit like that? It's stupid. That's what people in high school do. I look at my analytics and the most people on my channel are ages 45 to 54. So I don't understand why we're behaving that way. I really don't. Hi, it's out the box. Oh, welcome. And I'm sorry that I am too. And it's like I don't expect it because I don't know what I did. And that's what I'm trying to get to the bottom. And sometimes I think you don't even have to do anything, right? So, and I figured if this is going to happen, if I'm not outspoken, because I haven't been outspoken about things, if it's going to happen, if I'm not outspoken, then why bother not saying anything at all? I'll say what I want at this point because it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if I'm quiet about it. And I haven't. Nicole, I really appreciate your stopping by. You've actually been here a few times and been really supportive. What chat? Wait, I'm confused. Hold on. I'm trying to read. Oh my God, my dogs are so effing rude. Okay. Oh guys, don't argue. I don't want names. Abby, come on. That is not what I want in my chat today. Okay. We're not gonna go with that. This isn't about that. Because I don't care what chats I see people in, right? So I expect that. My dog is being really rude. I'm so sorry. Hopefully you can't hear her. I don't want to go down that road because I don't judge people for, okay, well, could you address it privately then? Or, just because I don't really want conflict in my chat. It has nothing to do with me. And I'm not, no disrespect intended on that. I like both of you. So, okay. All right. But it, I don't know why. I mean, it's not about me. So I'm going to move on from that. But honestly, though, like, that's the thing. Like, I get that a lot of people are having those types of issues, though, right? So people are surprised. I've gotten comments on things saying they're surprised they've seen me in certain chats. Well, why are you surprised? Why is that surprising when I'm friends with people? I'm friends with lots of people on here. I try to support people that I like. And do I co-sign absolutely everything everybody does? No, I certainly don't. There are times that I think some people go too far. There are some times that some people do things that I wouldn't be comfortable doing personally, but I like them as a person. I think that they are good people, at their core. And that's what matters to me. That's what I value about people. And that, and I feel that I know that people do things when they feel hurt or they feel targeted. And some people here have been very targeted. And, it goes a lot more than, just having your videos disliked. I mean, I know that there's a lot of people on here that would gladly trade situations with me. And I get that. So, but I'm on here. I just think it's stupid. And I want to I'm trying to call it out. I'm just trying to say it because why are we doing that? Like, if you really don't like me that much, can you explain to me? I want those people. I would like you guys. What did I do? What did I do to you? In fact, what did I do to the creator that I think that you're doing that for? Because I honestly don't know. Okay, if I saw someone intentionally land. Right. Well, and it sucks though, because like I said, guys, I haven't done anything. The reason that I've been given is that people think that I'm talking, but here's the thing, guys, and you want to know where that comes from? That comes from people behind the scenes trying to start issues for their own ulterior motives, and going to a creator and being like, oh, guess, I don't want to say anything because I don't want to cause problems, but I just thought you should know that, X, Y, or Z, because people come to me like that as well. And I'm not about it. Like, and that's where that probably came from, because honest to God, like, and she, saying that, my recovery is, being like a double agent to get information. Excuse me? Like, who thinks like that? First of all, yeah, I go to a lot of chats too, East Eden. I really, really do. And an end of the world live chat. Wow. Okay. That's interesting. I don't think I go to a lot of video game stuff. I watch a lot of, like, actually lately, you guys are gonna laugh at me. Lately, I've been watching people play Resident Evil. But that's one of my, like, guilty pleasures. And I swear to you, there's somebody from this community that has followed me there. And I have to get a screenshot before I can say it, because it's funny. You guys are gonna get a kick out of it. You really are. But that's the thing. Like, and I don't understand. There are various reasons why people do that crap. Whether it's because they want to get you out of the way because they're jealous. That's one reason I've seen. There is, let's see. Is that shining your light has casted a shade? Maybe. I don't know, SA. I'm tired of it. And I'm tired of people believing everything that they hear about somebody. Like, like the person they're hearing it from is some sort of expert on that person. I don't understand that. Like, people don't even know me. People don't know half the creators that they have a problem with. And it's based on somebody else's word. And I think that that's ridiculous. And that's how, like, the rumor mill starts, right? And I just, if you have a question for me, you can come to me and ask, right? I want to know what I did. I want to know, because nobody, there's nothing to tell. You're saying that I'm talking to all these people behind the scenes, which are people I've literally never spoken to. And, I swear on, I'll go there. I swear on my family and everything that I love and care about, that I never said one bad thing about this person prior to her doing that to me, ever, privately or publicly. So there's that. I deleted the Facebook account that, let's see. Hold on. Everyone messaged me on. Yeah. And that's the thing. Like, I'm, when YouTube stops being fun, that's when it becomes a problem for me, because YouTube is my entertainment. It's also my social time. I like the people here in this community. I'm not here to fight with anybody. I'm not even here to pick a side. Like, I don't care about that right now. That's not what my channel is, right? So, but it's like, no matter what I do, it doesn't matter where I go, people are gonna talk about it. So I guess yesterday, my comments were being read out loud and discussed in Natasha's chat. And but what I was stating wasn't even, I mean, it's not like she doesn't know what I was stating. What I stated was that, if it's great if people are making peace with her for the right reasons. It's great if people are genuinely, putting their differences aside and, going over there but and she should know more than anybody that people do things for wrong reasons. And I can't help but wonder why some people have gone and done that, when it, but I believe it's a business move because it benefits them. They're going to use her to do that. That's my opinion. And that's what I meant by that, and you've seen it all sorts of things. Like, a lot of people are very opportunistic, and they've seen that people who have, like, jumped ship either way, both times that this has happened. And I'm just very wary of people. I'm very wary of people. I'm tired, even somebody with a small channel like mine, people try to use for things. And, as a larger creator, I mean, that's great if people are really going to be friends and be loyal to those people and whatever. But, we've all seen this how many times. We've seen how this goes. We've seen how this, and it usually ends up with, a betrayal. That's just the way it is. Because people will see that another I would say something. I haven't, if I saw someone trying, if I do, well, I don't need to go to anybody, Abby. And I've tried. There's no talking rationally to people who aren't rational. I have talked privately with many, many people on here. But there's some people that I have no desire to speak to. I'm going to handle it the way that I would like to. I've handled things quite civilly, on all counts with that. And I'm going to talk about it. I'll sit in chats. Well, Abby, quite frankly, I'm gonna sit in whatever chats I want to sit in. That's just how it is. If I choose to sit in a chat and hang out with people that I like, that's how it's going to go. So, thank you for your advice, but I am going to just continue to do things the way that I want to, because I'm not a mean person and I don't drag people. I don't participate in dragging people. I can't. It is not in my nature. I am not a mean person. I am not anything. Nobody has been dragging you in any chat that I have been in. The only chat that I've heard even mention you is Natasha. So, and I'm not in that chat. So there's that. But, and that's the thing. That's the thing, guys, is that I'm just going to continue to do it. I don't judge people. Like, I know I don't drag other people, but, and I don't judge people. My issues with people aren't your issues. So if I see you in a chat of somebody who has done something to me, I don't judge you for that. I really don't. Because, that's your right. YouTube should be entertainment. My issues, I don't expect people, even if they, care about me, I don't care if you're in those chats. I just don't. It's YouTube. It's not that serious. So that's just how I feel. But I don't, and I've definitely decided I will be more conscious of what's going on in those situations. I have learned that, but at the same time, I just want to do my own thing. And do, hold on. Oh, I wasn't even in any chat without borders. I wasn't in that chat. If that was going on, I wasn't there. But I don't think so. I don't recall that, but yeah. I don't know, guys. I don't know. I don't know. I'm just frustrated with all of this, because it's all a bunch of game of telephone in some ways. Like, there are going to be people that are going to go to other people and they're going to be like, oh my God, did you see what so-and-so said about you? And half the time it's not even real. Half the time it's just made up. Half the time that they're just saying that to try to get a reaction out of you. And don't think I don't know, because I do. Just because I don't say anything about it doesn't mean I don't know. Or I've known for a while, but I've been, hesitant. I've been like, what, how am I going to handle this situation? Um, and this is how I'm gonna handle it. And I'm just frustrated. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it. And it's like the more that I try to get out, no, I know without borders. I know. I appreciate that. Um, the more that I try to get away from all of this, it's like the more people turn up the volume to try to like, and that's the thing. When I've said that I don't want to do drama, right? So why are you continuing to come on here and mass dislike my videos? If I don't want to do drama, that means that I'm not talking about the person you're defending, right? Have I ever really talked about that person the way, even not even close to the way they talked about me? And I would never do that. I would never ever do that. So that's the thing. That's the thing, guys. I literally don't understand it. So, like, just let me do my thing. If you don't like me, then don't watch me. It's that easy. If you don't like me, then just don't even come here at all. That's fine. You don't have to like me. A free range sub. I like that. Those are the healthiest, though. I truly believe that. I truly believe that because I don't have a dog in this fight at this point. I don't want to. I would like to just do my own thing entirely. Entirely. Abby, I don't want to talk about another creator in here, all right? I really, really don't. Because that has nothing to do with what I'm talking about. And I'm sorry if you had an issue with something going on. I wasn't there. So I'm not sure if you think I was. I was not. I have not heard you mentioned by anybody but Natasha. Or else it's somebody addressing you like this. But that's all I have to say on that matter. But I just, yeah, we're not. I don't want to mention other creators in here. Or else, I'll mention them. But yeah, I wasn't in that chat. I didn't see that live if that happened. So that's all I have to say about it. And anybody is welcome in mine. Right. Well, we can talk about that as a topic in general about people talking about others that they know nothing about. But I don't want to bring like other examples into it right now. Not like at this point in time, because that just causes that rumor mill, right? So if somebody sees that, if they're just looking at the chat or whatever, they might think that I'm talking about that person when I'm not. You know what I mean? Like people do that all the time. And that's the last thing that I want or need right now. And I've been frustrated. I actually thought about like just deleting my entire account, honestly. I was really angry yesterday because of some things that some people sent me that had to do with me. And I was like, are you kidding me right now? But it's like the more that you try to get away from this, the angrier people get. And they just like, they just want to drag you back in. And I don't even understand why. If people can like genuinely tell me what I have done because I'm fairly confident I know where it's coming from. I really am. So I'm going to go out on a limb and say that. Because guys, hi Missing in Life, even when I was talking about Natasha and doing the videos, and I never did anything that I did that I considered mean and that was out of character for me, I took those down because that's not how I want to approach things. That's not who I am. That didn't reflect well on my values. So I did take a lot of those videos down, but I still have the ones up that I'm comfortable having up. But even when I did that, my videos didn't get like the dislikes the way that they're getting now. And as far as I can see, it's from the standpoint I'm looking at, that's what it is. And it has started happening right after a certain thing happened. So I'm fairly confident. Now, I'm not saying that creator is behind it because obviously I can't prove that, and I'm not going to try to prove that. But I have a feeling that it's those people there. But if you have a question for me, then ask, right? Like, don't believe if you hear somebody, because you hear a lot of creators on here, right? And they'll talk about other people as if that they're like that's like the God-given fact about that person, and you can hear it in their tone of voice. They mean it. They talk about it like this is somebody that they know very well personally, and they know all of these things and all of these secrets, and they're going to reveal all of these secrets to you, and they're all smug about it, and I just, a lot of the time, like if you just did some fact checking, you would see that it's, I don't know, not true or false, and it doesn't matter how many times a creator happens to be wrong about something. It seems that people don't really care. And I get that. That's entertainment. It's frustrating when it happens to you and you haven't done anything to deserve that. And that is what frustrates me. What frustrates me is I am trying to get away from this. I am trying to offer content that has nothing to do with any of this drama. And it doesn't matter how I do it. And then people are like, well, if you wanted to do that, then you wouldn't go into certain chats. Well, I want to go into whatever chat I want to go in. If I see people that I like, why shouldn't I? If I enjoy listening to a particular creator when, they're talking about X, Y, or Z, because not everybody does drama all the time. I mean, that's just a fact. And sometimes lives are like titled like it's a drama live. But if you're in there like 15 minutes in, it goes on some sort of like tangent and it ends up being nothing about that. So like someone, right. That's right. Without borders. And that's what I'm saying. We behave on here in ways that we wouldn't behave in the real world. And that's just a fact. If I don't like somebody, I walk away too. And I just, and I just I don't pay it any mind and I just move on. But unfortunately here, it's like people use that as a way to just be vindictive. And they're going to go in and do all of this ridiculous stuff. And I mean, look at the stuff that's happening, guys. Like, are we serious here? Like I said, hi, Megan. Good to see you. Nobody wants to be the topic of Fly's essay. That's absolutely true. And it's really frustrating because it's like, I feel like the biggest liars get like rewarded on here. It's like, the biggest liars are put up on a pedestal. And a lot of the time people don't even realize that, these people are liars. And it doesn't matter if somebody's even called them out for being one, like people still like put them up on that pedestal. So it's like, what the heck? And I get it though. And I get that on all fronts. Like I said, though, I mean, I know that what I deal with is much less than other, but like, seriously though, look at the stuff that other people have dealt with, it's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. And I actually saw in real time yesterday how subs going back and forth between chats spread lies, right? And misinformation. And you could hear it. Like I was listening to a live, right? And somebody went back to another one and was like, they're talking about this when nobody was talking about that at that point in time at all. And because somebody went over and said that, then everybody's all up in arms about it. And then it becomes a whole thing because somebody was like, they're talking about you. When really, like, if somebody, it's stupid. Like, who has the time? Who has the time? I don't. So yeah, life is too short. And I agree with you without borders. Life is too short to be in a negative place or space. And that's what I'm trying to get away from. But it's really, it really is disheartening. And I know I already, and I'm hesitant to even talk about this now because, I saw some things said about me making fun of this. So that's fine. But and it hurts my channel. And like, I don't know how to get away from it because the more people do that, and I shouldn't even be saying this because now people are just going to do it more. But, the more people do that, the less likely I'm going to be recommended in an algorithm, right? Hi, Madhouse. And the less, and that really, like, it literally, like, if it cuts off my ability to move on, to be suggested into even a true crime algorithm. And I feel like that's what people are trying to do. And I don't understand why. Just let me go. Just let me go. Like, worry about yourselves, worry about your own channel, worry about whatever the nonsense is that you want to do there, worry about people that are actually talking about you, and just let me go. All right? Like, if you don't like me, just let it go. I had every right to respond to certain things the way that I did. And even how I responded, it was very appropriate. It was very appropriate. It wasn't mean. In fact, I used their own words, so it's fine. Oh, hi, Hope for Peace. Let's see. Oh, it's lunchtime. I hope it's something good. I should eat lunch. There are real people with real life issues on the other side of the screens. Yep. Everyone needs to be mindful of that no matter what happens on YouTube. Absolutely. Absolutely. And that was the other thing. And why do creators give out their email addresses? Well, my email address here I made specifically for YouTube. So this isn't my personal email address. I would not actually, you know what? I probably wouldn't care. But I don't give that out. This is specifically for YouTube. And I get some weird emails. I want to start featuring them too, because some of the stuff that I've gotten is just frameable. I did frame one. There was one that I framed from somebody who was very upset about something that I didn't do. So I thought that one was pretty funny. I've actually shared that. Yeah, and it's like people just need to chill. Like, I hate it. I'm just tired of it. Like, and people don't know who's on the other side of the screen. That's the other thing. I heard somebody mention it yesterday, but it's like people don't know who might be, you need to take into account, right? You need to take into account of who might be listening to you. So there are people that are not who maybe aren't, I don't know, I hate to use the word stable. But maybe are capable of doing some things that are really not so great, and they really like a creator, and they hear that, and they kind of hear it as a call to arms, or a call to action rather, and they actually go do something that's harmful, right? And I feel like people really need to um know your audience. And that's what I've always said about, like, because I'm in business, I do business marketing, that's what I do, so that's how I say things. So it's like, know your customer. And if you don't know your customer, and you're still spewing things that could be inflammatory and perhaps suggest that somebody goes and takes action about something, that's dangerous. And a lot of people do that on here, and it's not right. And that's how we have things like these, CPS calls. That's how we have the things like all of that stuff, because people either hear what they want to hear, or they hear what the creator kind of insinuates and doesn't have to say directly. And then of course people can say, well, I never said that. Well, no, you didn't say that. It was how you said it. And it's just stuff like that. I'm sick of it. There's a lot of emotional manipulation, just a lot of crap. No, know your customer. I'm serious though. And that's what I was saying though. That was the comment that I made that Natasha read out loud, was that I see a lot of things that are happening as business moves, and I do. And she's business savvy. Like, that's, she says that her YouTube is her business, so she should know that. She should see that too. And in some of them I just don't see how. You know what I mean, guys? Like, people literally see that there have been people that have gone back to Natasha and their channels have grown exponentially. So they see that and they're like, I would like that for my channel too. So they go back. Their intentions are never to be friends with her. They're not to do anything like, I mean, for the sake of like everything going on, I hope that they are sincere. I hope that they're genuine, but I don't feel that a lot of them are. And, they'll jump on that. Just like when people saw, other things. People see that somebody else is doing well, and they think that they want a piece of that action, and they'll do that. And it's true. It really is. So, that's what I'm saying, Madhouse, and I agree with you. That's why I'm saying, like, I feel like that comment should have made sense to her. Because there's no way she doesn't see that. So, hi, Navigator. Good to see you. And that's all I was saying by that. Was that it's a business move. And if I was business, and I said this a month ago, I said I could do three things. I could, go, completely side with Natasha, and I could grow my community that way. I could go against her and grow my community that way, or I could just do myself. The comment I made, I think, was something along the lines of, I can't remember exactly what it was, but it was something along the lines of, people see, jumping ship and, not making peace. Cause I don't like that phrase right now, but that going back to her as a business move, right? So they see it as a business move to grow their channels. And I said something along the lines of, if it's genuine, great. But I feel like a lot of it isn't. I feel like a lot of it is because they've seen growth from other channels and they want that for their own. So that's why they go back, or because, for a lot of reasons. But that's all I was saying. That's all I was saying. And I just, and some of those things, some of them I can see like what the mutual benefit would be, right? So I can see why, she would get something out of that as well. But some of them I'm like, I don't even know why that doesn't, I don't know. And we've seen how this stuff goes. We see how this stuff goes. Somebody gets betrayed and somebody gets mad at somebody, and then they go and they, that's how it continues in the drama. But, there are real people and people do get hurt. Thank you, Navigator. Yes. This picture is kind of old, I guess. I think it's from the beginning of September. And channel, yeah, it is stressful. And I'm telling you, Navigator, because it sucks when you see your channel literally declining and dying before your eyes when there's nothing you can do about it. I have no control over it, right? None. And when people are coming in and mass disliking, and like, I've had a bunch of my videos reported, including the ones with my dad. So there was that as well for some of the things, like the words that he used in there, and it's like people will find any reason they can to try to, like, hurt your channel. And the problem is that sometimes it's based on lies, and there's no other explanation for this. None. Zero. I have done nothing. I have not spoken ill. I haven't spoken about anybody in quite some time. It is ridiculous. Yeah. Because he used certain words, like, that they found were inappropriate. So it was just flagged. I don't think they're going to take it down, but like what happened. Yeah, I don't think anything's going to come of that, but I'm hoping not. But they could. I mean, let's be honest. Like her or not, Natasha's channel, her true crime got struck for apparently nudity. For showing the what is it? Oh God. Oh, Dyatlov. Sorry, I had to remember it. And I don't think that was right. I don't feel that should have happened. Like her or not, right? So, it's just people will find any little reason to try and flag something for being inappropriate. And I'm hoping nothing comes of that. Yeah. So, you're right. It is huge. Why can't people mind their business and go away? That's what I'm saying. And then I also don't like being discredited as the things that are happening, right? So I don't like being told that just because certain things don't happen to other people, that it didn't happen to me, because it's very real, and it is. And I mean, I'd be embarrassed to even show my analytics right now, because it's embarrassing. When I'm only trying to put out content that's different. That's all I'm trying to do. And I appreciate when people say, don't do drama, stay true, keep doing what you're doing. We like what you're doing. But then, it's literally gotten my analytics into the negatives. And I guess part of that's my fault for being in this community, I guess. But I like the people here. And that's what I'm saying, Madhouse. It is. It's because the community is tiny and people are fighting for those viewers because you can only watch so many 5-hour lives. Yeah, that's right. No, I think you're absolutely correct there. And that's what I'm saying. I see this market as becoming oversaturated in mostly negativity. And I do see some channels trying to move on from it, but it's hard. It's hard when, like, I think once you get to a certain point, it'll affect your channel less if stuff like this happens. But it's like the bigger you get, the more the harder they come at you with like the worst stuff. And like it makes no sense. And yeah, people lack discernment. Right. They really, yeah. Yeah. And that's what I'm trying to do without borders, but it's hard. It's hard because, I don't know why people assume that they know me. They assume that they know what my motives are. They assume that they know why I'm doing things and that I'm doing X, Y, or Z. And, nothing I say or do like changes that. And when I hear certain things come out of certain people's mouths, I know instantly where it's coming from too. And that's also frustrating. Because I would just make myself sound bad if I was to say anything about it, because I don't even want to go. I don't even want to bother. Because it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because people are going to believe what they want to believe. And I know that, in a couple weeks time that, everything comes to light or someone's going to be fighting with somebody. And it just, I don't know. I can see why a lot of people left that wanted to do true crime, but Madhouse, here is my problem, right? So I know that you say that if you stick with what you're doing, you're going to get right. And it takes a while. I get that. But here's the thing about the algorithm, right? So if my videos don't get likes and people don't watch them and people, all of those things, if that goes on, my videos, even like my true crime ones that have nothing to do, are not going to get put in. YouTube's not going to suggest it. And that's the problem. So I have found, and I actually ran this by somebody who is very savvy at these things, and they confirmed that for me, that in order for me to even break out of this, I would have to have a lot more, like my analytics can't be in the negatives for that. And I don't know how to fix it. So, and that's where this sucks. That's where this vindictive revenge, like targeted harassment crap really affects smaller channels or even larger ones, but you know, well, Navigator, I do and I don't let things bother me too much. I do. But I think the thing about it's not what people are calling me. That's not what bothers me. They can call me whatever they want because I know who I am. I know who I'm not. That's not what bothers me. What bothers me is that I am trying to build a YouTube channel because this is something that I am passionate about, that I enjoy doing, that I want to do with true crime. I want to, make videos. I want to do all those things. And when people are doing this, it affects my analytics. That is what pisses me off. It doesn't piss me off that somebody thinks whatever. It's just that, when people hear stuff like that or whatever, for whatever reason, they come over and they'll do stuff like that. That's what bothers me. Because if I don't want to, I'm not talking about anybody. So if I'm not going to talk about anybody, then just let it be. Let it be, right? Like, and I don't know. People take this stuff so seriously. So seriously. And I'm tired of it. Yeah, I've also seen a lot of stuff said about me. There was a video made about me actually, that I kind of laughed at, honestly, because it was kind of laughable. I was like, wow, whoever made this, I don't want to sound mean. I don't want to be mean. I'm not going to be mean. But if they're listening, first of all, your video sucks. And second of all, you might want to get like some spelling flashcards or something because your spelling isn't great. So just saying. But with the things that they said about me, I'm perfectly capable. I'm comfortable saying that. Right. The biggest problem is that the drama is benefiting certain people, and they did right. Yes. Right. Yep. Navigator, and that is absolutely true. That is absolutely true. But and it won't stop. And that's the thing. It won't stop. Like that's why I'm saying the whole thing about making peace, right? That is I don't think that is I used to say that. That's not how we're going to move on from this at all, right? It's not, because nobody is making peace. I don't have to make peace. I can make peace with myself, but that doesn't mean there's a difference between making peace and teaming up with somebody, right? I see that. Hi, Candy Kisses. Good to see you as well. And thank you, Without Borders. I appreciate that. I appreciate all of your guys' support. I have some great people that support me, and it means everything to me. And there are people that support me even when, at times that I didn't even expect them to. So there is that as well. So yeah, peace isn't going to happen. It's just not. This is, and I was saying that, I get mad that people say it's a drama community, but at this point in time, I'm like convinced that it has been. Yeah. Yeah, and outside the box, that's what I'm working on. I have a lot of content that I've been working on that I'm actually going to start. I believe I'm going to start it tonight if I get home soon enough. I have a lot of errands to run, but I was going to start up on the deep dive of the Columbine massacre tonight. I was going to, or tomorrow, but I'm going to try to do it tonight. So, and yeah, that's right, Natasha Victim. It is. And I'm trying not to. And it does motivate me. My haters do motivate me because I'm tenacious as fuck, guys. Part of my language, but I'm not going away. I thought about it. I definitely got angry enough yesterday to the point where I just wanted to shut everything down and maybe start over or something. But this is something I enjoy. This isn't my life, right? I don't spend all of my time on YouTube. Some days I do if I have the time because it's an escape, but I don't. I have a life outside of here. So I try to enjoy that as much, but I also enjoy making videos. I enjoy creating the content because it's fun. I like to learn how to do new things. So for me, that's what does it for me. Plus I know that I have some stuff that's unique to offer, right? Like, I mean, my dad is wonderful. He's going to be coming back. He asked me when, so I actually do need to text him back about that. But, he's willing to come on here as much as I would like him to because he enjoys talking to you guys. And that's something that I have that's unique. And I'm excited about that because there's some really great topics that I think that he would be able to add a lot of really awesome stuff to. And he wants to. So that's great. Plus, like, he knows people in the field of other stuff that I want to talk about where he could hopefully help me maybe get them in to talk as well. And, that's what I have. Plus, I think I'm well-spoken. I think I'm smart. I think that I can be funny. I think that, I come off as personable, and and my voice isn't terrible. Um, I thought I hated it, but I don't. I've because I listen to most of my lives, and I kind of critique and try to figure out how I can communicate better, and so on and so forth. And that's right, Navigator. And I'm going to continue to do what I'm trying to do. I just I needed to get some stuff off my chest. I've been wanting to do this for quite some time, and I think it's just unfair the way a lot of stuff has fallen into place for a lot of people. It because it's like no matter what, like the minute you try to talk about something that isn't drama, somebody will try to. I saw it in real time yesterday. I literally saw it happening in real time yesterday, where there was no drama being spoken about, and and all of a sudden, somebody went over and was like, "They're talking about you," and all of a sudden, it's a big thing. Hey, Michelle, thank you, East Eden. I really try. I really try. I agree with you outside the box, and I keep my mouth shut about it. But if people's voices get to me, I can't listen to them. It's like a thing for me. And I feel that way about like narrators on audiobooks as well. I've had some of my favorite books ruined because the narrator, I just can't with their voice. But there are a few that their voices just make me angry. And I don't know why. Because it's just like they're hard to listen to. It's like grating. But that's just me. To each their own, right? To each their own. But I really, yeah, and I'm trying to do things that are different. It's demoralizing when you feel like there's people that are purposely trying to see you fail and you don't know why. And that's where I'm at, because I haven't done anything. What I've done to piss some people off recently is simply be in somebody's chat that they don't like me in. And I don't like that either. I want people to know that, I'm allowed to go just like you're allowed to go where you would like to go. I go where I'd like to go. It does not mean that I co-sign everything that person says at all. At all. It means that either they're having a conversation that's stimulating, that's, works my brain, or, I find relevant to my own views, or how something I strongly disagree with that I want to put in the, chat about. There's that. Or I like the people, because let's be honest, a lot of you guys, even in my chat right now, frequent certain creators, certain chats, and I like to talk to you guys. And then there's some creators that I've supported or subscribed to for over a year now. And regardless of what they're doing now or whatever, nothing has changed. So there's that as well. And I'm not going to hide. I'm not going to hide who I support or who I like or who I enjoy or what chats I like to talk in. Because I've been in just about everybody's. And I try to support just about it, just about everybody. I can like two people that don't like each other. And I'm very firm on that. Other people's issues are not my issues. But I strongly mean that, because I would never speak ill of somebody else in a chat like that. I wouldn't. But I think that there have been some good conversations going on. End of story. Hold on, wait. Some people are just, there are a lot of people that are miserable here. There are some people in here that I'm genuinely like concerned, because I just, oh my God, guys, there are some things that I've seen recently that I just like, I'm like, this can't be real life, right? This isn't real, I don't know, guys. And I feel like that's the other thing that I have that's, maybe a little bit unique, is that, I haven't come on here. I haven't misrepresented myself at all. I'm not on here pretending to be anybody but who I am. And I promise you that, and people will see that in time. But, anybody who's listened to my dad talk, right? A lot of you guys have gotten to meet him, and he wrote the code of ethics for social workers. That is his claim to fame. So I was raised in a household where morals, values, ethics, kindness, those things were pillars of how I was raised. Now, have I always behaved? No, because I'm a human being and I've had my own struggles, but that was how I was raised, genuinely. And that is what is important to me. And I try to stand by that. And by standing by that, it does mean that, there are some things that happen on here that I can't get behind. But that doesn't mean I don't judge people who do support whoever. But at this point in time, I know that it doesn't matter. So I'm not even going to try with that anymore. But this is who I am. And people can try and say it's not all they want. That's fine. You whatever makes you happy, whatever makes you feel better about yourself. But I see people on here that are like, claiming to be all sorts of things. And I'm like, okay, well, I I'm not even gonna go with the example, but what if I'm, in my head I was saying, well, yeah, I have a degree. I have my bachelor's degree in criminal justice too, and I don't remember half the shit that they taught me in there. So I would never call myself an expert based on that. That's not gonna happen. I feel like that's a little no, like just a nope. But oh, missing in life. I need to get my nails done. You're lucky. Lucky. I should do that. I need to do that soon. Um, yeah, you don't know what people are dealing with in real life. You absolutely don't. And that's how I try to look at things. Like I don't want to be mean to anybody. I'm just not a mean person. If I'm angry, I might say things that I don't mean, that might come off as not so nice. Because I can be very sarcastic, very passive aggressive. That's very true. I can, but I try to not do that because life's too short to be an angry person. But it's like when you're dealing with stuff in your personal life and then day after day after day after day, you're just watching your channel just tank. And through no, I don't feel like it's through any fault of my own. Um, because I don't, and I do feel like I'm good at, I have a place here and I'm good at what I do and I have a lot to offer. Um, and that's what people want. They want me to feel like I don't belong. They want me to feel like I suck at things. They want me to feel like I shouldn't be here and that I'm not as good at, they want to play into those insecurities, which yeah, I do have those insecurities. Of course I do. A lot of people do. Um, but I'm just, I hold a really high bar for myself. I always have. I've always had high standards for myself. I have always had, um, I was adopted, so I have that fear of rejection. I absolutely do. I have that. I was bullied very, very badly in elementary school. So I have my own issues that wrap up in my head. And I always try to hold myself to a high standard of what I put out into the world. And unfortunately, when I feel like I'm failing, and I'm looking around at who I'm supposedly in competition with, and I can't quite understand why I'm failing, it's rough it's hard for me. It's hard for me. But you know what? It is what it is. And I have good people that support me, and that's all that matters. That's all that matters. And I don't need to expose people for lying. I just encourage people, the folks who are doing that, if I have one message for you, and you guys know who you are, you do. If I have any messages, don't get involved in that stuff. Like you don't need to do that. Like if you have a problem with somebody, have a problem with them alone. Don't try to bring other people into your problem with that person. Or to get a reaction, or you want them to be the one that's because ultimately what you're trying to do is you're trying to get that other person to respond and then take the fall when there's a blowback from that. That's how I see it. And I really, really just, encourage people to just like mind your business and do you, and don't do that. It's stupid. Because yeah, I guess it's like a smart manipulation there, because then when the person that you want them to go after ends up saying something about it, because they will and they have every right to, it's going to be that person that looks stupid and not you, but you still got you know what I mean. And I'm not going to do that for anybody. If you dislike somebody, dislike them alone. Don't try and like rally up the troops to dislike a certain person. You don't need to do that. You don't need to do that. Stand on your own 2 feet, and that's what I'm doing. And I'm hoping in time that there are people that I would like to have a conversation with. There are some creators that I would like to work some stuff out with. There definitely are, because I feel like there are conversations that could be had. Because I feel like there are some miscommunications that have gone on that I would love to clarify. And probably both ways, but there are other people that I'm just all set with. And I'm not gonna, if somebody's able to treat me like that for no reason, I don't want those people in my life. I don't want to associate myself with people that are capable of doing that. I'm gonna keep them at arm's length. I'll be civil. I'm not gonna, talk badly about them. I'm not gonna bash them. I'm not gonna, dig into their personal life. I'm not gonna go real life. I would never go real life, but I'm not even. I don't even talk crap about anybody really behind the scenes. Anybody who talks to me personally, we really don't talk about that stuff. That's really not of any interest to me. Do I have opinions about people? Yeah, I absolutely have opinions about people. And I've kind of shared that. I mean, I don't feel that everybody here is. I think there's a lot of liars. I think there's a lot of people that are very dishonest and very sneaky, and I feel like a lot of people know that. I just avoid those people, and that's all I can do. I try to keep them at arm's length. I don't trust anybody. I don't. And I think that that's a common theme amongst creators. I don't think many of us trust many people at all. And you know, I I've I'm it's funny though because you know there's just a lot of nonsense, and yeah, I can't trust anybody. I just can't. You can't. Look what happens. You never know. Because even people that you think that are there for you, you think that they're your friend, and they never do that to hurt you. It's usually, the people that you'd expect it the word, the most, that, or least rather, that turn around and stab you in the back. And I've learned that. And I keep that in the back of my mind. And it sucks because I'm on here, to make, not to make friends, but for connection. Because I am, I'm also a subscriber, right? So I subscribe to a lot of people. And it sucks. It sucks when you're a creator and your channel suffers based on what you're doing elsewhere, when you're not even doing anything bad. You're just simply there. And that bothers me because I feel like there's a lot of people that, have appointed themselves the YouTube police, and they've decided that hi, Amanda, good to see you. And they've decided that their thing, what they're going to do is they're going to monitor where everybody is at all times, and they're going to, listen to what everybody says. They're going to go back and forth to different chats and say that people are talking about them when nobody was talking about them at all. And, try to start a whole thing. And then it's just this whole cycle. Just watch it, guys. You can see it for yourself. Somebody will do that, and then it'll upset that person. So they're going to pull out the big guns, and then it goes back. And it's like the more people want to get away from the drama, like the more they turn up the volume to try to keep you here. And it sucks. Yeah, guilt by association. That's right. I was actually going to come on here blasting that that Linkin Park song, Runaway, because I was like, that is mood for today. But it is guilt by association, and I don't really like that. I don't, because I don't judge any of you guys for where you go. I see people that are I do. I see people in chats with people that I don't really care for or trust, or I know that, that, or have lied to me. But I don't think that should be put on any of you. It's not. Upload from what I've seen. Creators who tell the story. Yeah. Wait. Madhouse, I like to go lives too, though. But the videos I'm also working on. But the reason I want to do lives, Madhouse, is because this community really likes lives, and these are my people. So I am going to be doing videos as well, but I'm also going to be doing some lives. Like tonight, I'm actually probably going to start one of my deep dives, and I'm sure I'll have like 4 people, but that's okay. That's all right. We'll have a good time with my 4 people, but I think it'll be good. I know more people will show up, but that's the whole thing though. And it's demoralizing. I can't imagine. I can imagine that a lot of people are sick of it, but unfortunately, and that's the biggest thing that people like to throw at other people. They're like, well, without drama, what content would you have? Well, you know what? I mean, why don't you give people a chance to find out, right? Oh, I know. Madhouse, I'm working on some videos as well. I sure am. Yeah, and I just, but see, my issues with people I'm not going to be like, come on here and be like, so-and-so's a liar, even if I know that they are. You're right. Like, that's not, going to help anything. It's just not. Like, if you guys enjoy somebody, enjoy that person, right? Don't let me get in your way. That doesn't involve you. And whatever. And that's how I see things. I see people I like very much in some chats that I'm like, oh, that wouldn't be my choice, but whatever. It doesn't matter to me. It just doesn't. I don't take it personally. I take it as that person enjoys the people in that chat. That person enjoys the topic, or they enjoy the creator, which isn't against the law. And I just go from there. And I'm just like, all right, you know what? I'm cool with it. I am. It's whatever. As long as people come here and they support me, that's all that matters to me. Yeah, there's only 4 creators I have ran on YouTube because you're right. And I think some people have a lot of all or nothing thinking. So I think a lot of creators have redeeming qualities that get overlooked by the negatives. And I don't like to see people as just good or just bad. I see people as who they are as a whole. And and I know that this gets crap too, but like I've even said that it's things that I disagree with about people, what people I have different views on Natasha as well. Like, I'm not like, completely, again, I think she has some good qualities. I do. I'm sorry. I know that people don't want to hear that, but there are problematic things too, right? And those problematic things are they're there, and it's like people are like, you can't talk about those things. Well, I can talk about pretty much anything, and I don't see people as just good or just bad. I make my decisions on people based on a lot of different factors, honestly. Um, and I just feel like there's a lot of people that just are black and white thinking. They're like, this person is the worst. Now, if you have your reasons for thinking that, that's fair. Hey, you have your reasons. That's cool. But, I just, for me, I don't see anybody like that. I think that there are some people that, are good people that behave very badly sometimes. And I think that there are some, people that aren't, so they're on that, they're not really great people, but they do a really good job of pretending when it benefits them. And I see that too, but I'm not gonna, you have to kind of weigh it out. What's important to you? Is there enough good in that person that you feel that that's a relationship worth pursuing? Or, it's really up to the person. And everybody has different, what they value, what they think's okay. And I actually heard mention of that in a different chat, and I thought it was an interesting point that I've actually brought up before. Was we need, in order to like stop some of this stuff, you would have to come up with a universal, handbook for what is real life. Because if I guarantee you, if I took, I might do a poll on it. If I was to sample groups of people, I don't think we all have the same views on what is real life. And or else you can like universally have a definition for it. And I think the same goes for doxing, because some people, there's like a legal definition for doxing, but there are a lot of people who will feel, because it is violating. Just because it's not under that legal definition of doxing does not mean it's not violating, and does not mean that it's okay. It just means that you can't like pursue legally. But I feel like that's another one where people might have different, something that would bother one person does not bother another. And that's where you're going to have people who are these outliers who are going to come in and do those things, because to them, it's okay. To them, it shouldn't be a problem. But I'm just tired of people's families. I'm really sick of it, guys. Really sick of it. People are like, you're crazy for bringing your dad on here. Well, I like to think that people are appropriate enough to not, reach out to my family like that. Because, my dad has nothing to do. Also my dad isn't going to put up with that nonsense. And he already knows, like, he's not his first rodeo with crazy people on the internet. But, and I had to warn him. And unfortunately, though, when he was on, he was like, I don't know what you're talking about, Emma. These people are really, really, they're nice. And I'm like, yeah, the people who come to my chat are. There are really good people on here with really, he'd enjoy talking to you guys very, very much. He loves to see that the chat is active and that a lot of people have shown up and stuff. And I thought that was great. And he was like, I don't know what you're talking about, but, and I hope he never does. But unfortunately, you see people want to go first for family because they know it, or looks or whatever. And people can do whatever they want, and it's like, nobody's gonna, I'll be here tonight. Daytime is difficult to do. Okay. Thank you, Michelle. I'm not getting on here for that. I have errands to do, but I had to come on here a little bit angry for today. Yeah, people use doxing for their narrative. Like one creator said, you can only be doxed on. Right. It might not, right. It's still wrong though, right? Like, okay, cool. You are already doxed, but does that mean it's okay to do the stuff? No, it's not. That doesn't make it okay. If doxing is wrong, okay? If we see that is wrong, how would it be okay if somebody was already doxed and you do it again? Why is that okay under that circumstance? It's not okay. And I'm tired of like the CPS calls. We've talked about this before on here, but no, they're like that. There's no need for that, guys. None. Like, I promise you, like I've said that, I promise you guys, like that, there's no need for it. And it's not done for the right reasons. And I don't feel that people actually even care about the well-being of children on here, because they're perfectly willing to bring kids into things, and kids have every right to be. I don't like that whole like kids shouldn't be on the no. If you're a parent and you trust your kid and you know that your kid is doing whatever on as long as you're aware of what your kid's doing on the internet and you monitor it, and it depends on what age too. Who cares if they're on the internet? Everybody's on the internet. Kids are on YouTube all the time. They like their gaming channels. They like their the pranks or whatever, I think is another one. Stuff like that. So the thing about it though, guys, is they're like, well, why are they searching for those videos? Well, it comes up in their suggested. That's why. Because they know, especially like if you're on a computer in the same house, yes. If your mom has a YouTube channel, it's going to come up in their suggested. That's how it works. It's how the algorithm works. Or if it also will suggest videos of the people associated with that channel. So, for example, my dad has Natasha Cooper come up in his suggested, and others from the community. So there's that. And has my dad ever typed in anything that has to do with her? No, he has not. But because he's subscribed to me, and he'll get that's the only one that he's mentioned, but I'm sure he gets others as well because I've seen it. And that's just how it works. So I'm tired of kids being weaponized, subscribers being weaponized. I agree with you, Madhouse, and that's what really pissed me off. I was really upset about that. Granny's dad should have never happened. That really, really made me angry. Because I don't care if you like her or not. That's not an okay thing to do. I don't care. There's no circumstances. There's no circumstances under which that should have happened. And I feel that way about everybody's. I don't care if it's public record. I don't care. But that took it to a whole other level, right? Because that has nothing to do with Jess. That's her family. That's very violating, first of all. Second of all, like what was the purpose of doing that besides to make it? I don't even think people's personal record should be put out there. And I mean that about Natasha too. I do. I know everybody, I know that that's an unpopular opinion. I know people are like, well, because it's Natasha, it's okay. But I disagree with some people on that. I don't like that her records are put out there either. I don't like that Kim and Crafton had that happen to them. I think that was really, really not okay and wrong. But, to have that happen with somebody's father, like, are you kidding me? No. Why? What was the point? What was the point in doing that? Like, what did you accomplish besides, making, I don't know. That didn't sit well with me. It really didn't. It upset me. The whole Kim and Crafton thing upset me as well. Because let's say that you are right about that, right? Let's say that your theories of whatever are correct and that, they weren't, whatever. Wouldn't that mean that you would err on the side of caution even more if, what you believe is the case? I think so. I think it makes it even worse if you believe that, the story that was, put out there was untrue or whatever you believe. And it was what people were posting. I would think that that's even worse to do what you did, because that would mean that you're posting something about somebody who is a victim of a crime. And you know what? I don't think it's not my business. It's not my business. I don't care about that. I don't feel like I was lied to. I don't feel that way. I feel like that's somebody else's story to tell, and it's a very personal story. I feel like people are just finding things to be bothered by, but I've been open about that as well. Hi, Crystal. I've been open about that as well. I was outspoken about that from day one, actually. But it seems to be escalating, and I don't know. I don't know what it's going to take. I really don't. Because everyone's like, oh, we want peace. But like, what is peace at this point? What is it? Because it seems like even people that are leaving people alone still get dragged into it. So how does that work, right? How does that work? And then, I hate the other insult. All you do is drama. Well, if you actually listen to some people's lives, you would find that maybe their title was drama. Maybe they start out with drama, but if you go 15 minutes in, a lot of people do other stuff too, like it's not always about one person at all. But they like to make people think it is. So It's just crazy, guys. It's just crazy. No, I'm sick of it, and I don't know what it's gonna take. And I guess I should consider myself grateful that all I have thrown at me is mass dislikes of my videos and a couple of it. No, probably more. I don't go looking for them. They usually gets either sent to me or put videos about myself that people do to try and get at me and upset me for things that they know might get a reaction out of me. But my reaction for that person is your video sucks. Like, you're terrible at it and you need to, I don't know, like get some spelling worksheets, or maybe invest in those flashcards and stuff for people who can't spell. Might want to do that or look it up. There's that as well. But that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying is I'm not here. I'm trying to do my own thing. And it sucks when you see all this around you, and I do hold myself to a higher standard, and I do think that I'm proud of what I put out. I'm proud of what I do, but it's like the minute people see you try to do that, they double down on it. And I just want people to know that I'm that's how I really function. Like, a lot of people take it personally. They'll see me in a chat of somebody that they don't like or that they've had an issue with, and they just automatically assume that I'm, against them. And that's not true. I go to chat, like, I've explained this 1,000 times, but I just want people to know that, like, if I don't like you, you'll know. I'm not subtle about that. I just don't talk to you, and I won't respond to you, and I won't any of those things. I don't need to, or if you come to me, if you ask me, I'll be honest with you. I'm not gonna pretend about any of that, but we shouldn't be doing that, guys. Like, it's not personal. People just want to connect with other people. That's really all people want, right? And unfortunately, a lot of people take things personally, including myself sometimes. But I try not to, because I realize that that's really what people are looking for. They're looking for a place to connect. They're looking for community. They're looking for interaction, because that's what I'm looking for. And it's like, no matter what you do in this community, like, it doesn't matter what side you have, yeah, it's just, you're going to make somebody mad no matter what you do. But I'm just going to continue doing what I'm doing. I'm going to be back on here, I think later tonight, either tonight or tomorrow, to do some true crime stuff, do some fun stuff. I might do an open panel. I haven't decided it depends on my mood. I haven't done an open panel before, and I would love to have some conversations with people so I don't have to, like, talk at you, because I feel like that's boring sometimes. But if you guys enjoy it, then I'm honored and flattered. But I have my yeah. So I don't know. I'm probably gonna get off here. I got to do some errands and get some stuff together. But I just wanted to come on here and talk about a few things, just because I was angry. Yeah, consider yourself. Oh, you did. Okay, I'll check it out, Crystal. Consider yourself successful in, finally pushing me to the point where I'm gonna say something. But all I can ask for is that people keep an open mind, right? And hi, Allison, and just try not to take things personally, right? Like, everybody has issues with a lot of people. If you want to know what I think, I am more than happy to tell you. But I'm just not a mean person, and I would never do anything intentionally to upset somebody, especially on the internet. Like, it's not in my nature. So I just encourage people to, if you think that you know something about me, then watch my videos, get to know me a little bit. I'm not like half the things that I'm almost positive, and I think I know where things are coming from too, but you can't stop it. People are going to do what they're going to do. They're going to see you. There's a whole lot of scenarios that I can tell you for a fact are going to make people come out of the woodwork to try to derail. If they see you getting too close to somebody that they don't want you to, or whatever. Like, there are people that are just have too much time on their hands and really need to find a new hobby, and really need to find something more positive to do with their lives than come on here and try to pit people against each other. Yeah, haters are gonna hate. They really are. And I really try not to let it bother me. It's like I said, guys, it's not what people say about me. That's not what bothers me. What bothers me is the result of what happens when people do that. Which is mass disliking of my videos or all of that stuff, because that affects my ability to grow as a channel, to do anything like that. Hi, Tokyo. And that's what I don't like, because I think everybody deserves to have their platform. Everybody deserves to grow as a channel. And if I haven't done anything, and I mean, I know people, like, it doesn't matter if I say it or not, people aren't going to believe it, but I don't talk about other people. Like, I have not spoken about anybody else except for like here and there, I'll say something, but I'm not doing all this stuff behind the scenes that I'm sure people are saying. Like, I'm really, really not. And, and it sucks, because all I want is to get put into the true crime algorithm with the stuff that I'm going to be putting out. That's all I want. And when people do stuff like that, it keeps me from being able to do that. And there's nothing I can do about it. And it's, I don't understand the point. I don't understand the point. If you don't want me here, then let me do my thing. Let me get into the algorithm doing that. Simple as that. I won't bother you ever. I won't bother anybody ever again. I don't really bother anybody, period. But, people are going to think what they're going to think. And people are right. There's nothing you can do about it. There's nothing you can do about it. You can just keep your head up, keep going, one foot in front of the other, and, hope for the best. And I can't thank everybody who does still support me enough. I appreciate each and every one of you very much. And I just, bear with me here. I'm figuring stuff out. I am. And when I do, I mean, my haters do motivate me. We'll see. We'll see. I have some plans for things, but thank you for joining us, East Eden. I appreciate all of you. I've seen some names I haven't seen before in here, which is great. Hey, Dark Magician. And I always love seeing new names, new faces, because I think I have unique things to offer. I do. And I'm trying to figure out when my dad's going to come back. I do need to, hey, Detective Turtle Gum. Thank you, Allison. That means everything. It really does. It really does. Because, sometimes it gets to you. It gets to you. You feel like everybody hates you. You feel like nobody wants you here. And it's good to be reminded that that there are good people that aren't. Why are people calling me? I don't want people calling me. I don't want to talk on the phone to anybody. I get so many prank calls. It's ridiculous. But yeah, I'm going to run some errands. I'm going to Target. So I actually haven't been to Target in, probably over a year. So I'm very excited for my Target adventure. And I hope everybody has a great day. I'll probably be on here later. I don't know if I'm going to do true crime or if I'm going to do an open panel and chat with people. Haven't decided yet, but we're going to do something. Hopefully, if I have the energy and I'm not if I have the time. But I appreciate each and every one of you for stopping by. If you haven't hit that thumbs up, hit that thumbs up. That's what helps me get into the algorithm. Hey, Violet. That's what helps me get into the algorithm. That's what helps me kind of counteract this stuff that's going on. That's really the best thing that you could do to help me, if anybody wishes to do so, is to hit that thumbs up. Yeah, I'm sorry, Violet. I'm getting off of here. But yes, I'm sorry. I feel bad because everybody always comes in right when I'm about to leave. And it's like I have psychic powers. And thanks for stopping by Without Borders. I love having you in chat. You always have nice things to add to the conversation, and I appreciate you and your words of wisdom, because you have many. So yes, thank you guys so much. I will probably be back later. I'm sure everybody and their mother will be live later. So it really depends on that, because I'm not going to try. If there's a whole thing going on, it's pointless. But I have some good stuff in the works. So I will show you guys that very, very soon. And thanks for stopping by, Madhouse, as well. Yes, exactly, Allison. Exactly. Let thumbs up, hit the bell. I need to send out notifications too about things. I need to figure out. I'm working on it, guys. There's got to be a way to counteract this, because that's a problem. If people can do that and completely stunt somebody's growth, that's a problem. And there's got to be something I can do about it. But like I said, in the meantime, what you can do is you can hit that thumbs up on this video, or any of my videos for that matter, because I do have many. And commenting under the replay also helps get me into the algorithm. Any interaction with my channel is what helps me do that. So I also made that comment. I was like, well, if anybody has alts and they're not subscribed to me, if you want all of your personalities want to hit that subscribe button, that would be great as well. But no pressure. Yes, East Eden, I am going to be doing a deep dive of the Columbine case, either starting tonight or tomorrow night, depending on what's going on and where I'm at. I have stuff ready, and I'm looking forward to starting. I'm also going to put out some videos about it too, but that should be either tonight or tomorrow night. I haven't figured it out yet, but we will see. And thank you so much for joining me. And I hope everybody has a great day.